This is Rockin' with Jam Man with Caesar from Zero Theorem. Hey, what's up, man?
Not too much. How are you doing today?
Good. Congratulations on your new song, Translate.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, it's a really nice song that you got there.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I love the video with the aliens and stuff. It's so creative.
Yeah, we took we found a guy online, Elvis from, I believe he's from Argentina, and he was a really badass animator, and he kind of took our idea and took it to the next level, kind of a thing. And when he started showing us, particularly the graphics of the aliens, the main aliens in the video, we were starting to get really excited about how it was going to end up, and it tells a cool story there by itself.
So tell me about how you came up with that idea for the song.
We wanted to kind of match the lyrics, and also tell a story within the bigger Zero Theorem universe. And this is one of those options where we thought it'd be a cool idea to have a rogue alien that's kind of leading some misfits out and attacking another planet, who's just really a power-hungry guy that might be doing some shady things, perhaps that his people on his own planet don't know about. And that's it really kind of mirrors the type of person that we're talking about here in the now on Earth.
It's so cool that you do that for most people. People are just doing lyric videos during the pandemic, but that's really cool that you did it for us. Made a video.
I think if you've seen our video for Swarm too, it was another animated video, and we're going to also put out another, and I feel like it's a little more interesting than a lyric or it's more expensive too, of course, but it's a little more interesting and can tell a story. Not saying that we wouldn't do it or that there's anything wrong with doing certain kinds of videos, but we're just averse to anything that's not at least a little engaging and interesting and on the video front. And we felt like this was our first time, and we used the pandemic to kind of say, well, hey, let's turn this into some really cool animated videos, and I think that's what we're doing with the help of some amazing directors.
Are the aliens killing the guys from the Swarm video?
No, these are all separate aliens. Well, I think you can assume, if you'd like, that the Swarm video contains humans as well as what the guy turns into in the end, and also that alien that's kind of the controller or the overseer is different than the two species that we see in the translucent video. It's again just more of us trying to spread out and open up ideas we have for
our... You can almost make a movie out of those videos.
Yeah, thanks. That's a really cool thing to say. We're trying to kind of get to that point where it's engaging on its own, at least in short video form, and I think we're just going to get better and better over the years doing that.
You released The Killing the end of last year, then COVID came and stopped you from touring to promote it.
Right, we released it, I believe it was actually right in the beginning of 2020. We released our song You at the end of the year while we were on tour with Nonpoint and Hyro the Hero and Madam Mayhem. And then we released our new EP in January of this year. And then obviously we were going to head on a couple tours actually, including the one that you keep seeing online with Fozzy and Through Fire and Royal Bliss, and we obviously had to skip that for COVID reasons. And it's a blow. It's a blow to everybody really in the music industry right now. So you just have to kind of try to figure out new ways to move forward until we can tour again.
You have The Killing 2 coming out next year. Did you write that during lockdown?
We actually had it beforehand. Really, I believe we were just working on some mixes and final mastering before the lockdown hit. So we had that ready to go. We've actually been writing more new music because it's one of the only things you can do as far as band stuff at this point. Besides just working and everything else, obviously normal everyday life.
And you are touring with Fozzy in 2021. How cool is that?
Very cool. The whole lineup is a killer lineup. It's Fozzy and Through Fire and Royal Bliss, as I mentioned, and all three of those bands are great, and we're really excited to open that bill. We had a good experience opening the bill, as I mentioned last year, on a great tour with Nonpoint and Pyro the Hero and Madam Mayhem, and we feel like we're gonna warm up the crowd again once we get back on there, because we're chomping at the bit and we're ready to play live.
I heard you put in the walls of Jericho if you have a bad set.
I'm not aware of that, but I wouldn't be surprised, or perhaps a lion tamer if you do. So I'll have to watch myself around him and definitely perform better. So that doesn't happen.
So, did you have fun making your the alien things for your video music? Did you have fun doing that?
Yeah, definitely. We came up with the general ideas, and then we kind of write out a storyline with the director, and we go back and forth and figure it out. I mean, it's just it's very interesting. We're always fans of pretty much every director we've worked with, and so it's been a great process to do that. And while we kind of stick with our one producer musically, we get to kind of spread our wings in this way and create different things visually with different people, and it's always an interesting process. And I think everything's been coming out well so far.
How are you handling COVID?
Well, you just gotta. I think like everybody else, you gotta figure out ways to keep yourself occupied and busy, and just go forward. As far as a band, we are writing, and people are taking different kind of remote gigs and doing videos, and really anything you can, writing as I mentioned, and just to kind of keep warm and get ready for the tours that will hopefully be next year. We're also hoping to do some sort of a live show vid. I'm not sure if it's going to be exactly live or if we're just going to record us playing live, but that's something that we're looking into very seriously in order to give the fans something to check out in the meantime before we get on the road.
Did you play during COVID?
We played right before it was an official thing, so our tour got canceled in February, I believe, or March, March, and we played a heavy metal cruise. So we were out there with a bunch of super heavy bands. It's called 70,000 Tons of Metal. There are bands like Devin Townsend and Possessed and Exodus and a bunch of cool heavy bands. and we that was the last thing we got. We actually did all feel sick. Not sure, of course, if it was COVID or not, but we did all get pretty sick on board. I could have just been the boat itself or whatever, but regardless, we we did get that experience in 2020 before everything kind of got shut down for us.
Imagine being stuck on that cruise.
Yeah, and I know it happened to a few people. So I know there's a couple boats that had to stay out there for a few weeks, and that would be awful.
Yeah, so are you trying to make a movie business for your videos for the alien guys? Will you ever try to make in the future for animated movies?
Yeah, I wouldn't bet against anything with that. We wouldn't be the first people to go a comic book route if we wanted to do that. Or a show, or a movie, as you say. Really, it's we do try to create a big universe, and we're just kind of getting started in that. So, yeah, I wouldn't count against it.
What will you be doing? What will you and your band doing in the future after this craziness ends?
Well, like we were mentioning, we want to get out on tour when we can and when everyone can, safely in any sort of way, and that's looking like hopefully next year or spring of next year, something like that. We're also gonna release our second EP, The Killing 2, and that's gonna be, I'm guessing January, but probably early next year. And then, after that, it's just really continuing the drive with touring and making new music and new videos, et cetera, et cetera.
How do my followers start following you?
If you go to zerotheoremband.com, you can find everything there, and including our Spotify page, our YouTube page, Instagram, all that good stuff. So and then you can sign up also and get updates that way.
Where can they get your new song?
I'm sorry?
Where can they get your new song?
Yeah, you can find it if you go to the Facebook page or the Instagram page. You can find a link that can take you around anywhere, really, you want to go listen to it, whether it be, Pandora, Tidal, Apple, watch it on YouTube, all that good stuff. There's a ton of links there that you could choose.
So what will you be, what have you been doing during this quarantine, though?
Yeah, just as I mentioned before, the same kind of thing where we're all kind of doing what we can to keep going through everyday life, whether it be writing or keeping busy with other sort of jobs or music industry, not visiting and trying to visit family or doing a lot of FaceTimes. I think it's important to go outside and take walks or just hang out in the backyard and just get in the fresh air. Although it's been not too fresh with the West Coast right now with all the fires raging, but yeah, man. I mean, just trying to stay as semi-normal as you can.
Is the band's name from the movie?
I'm sorry?
Is the band's name from the movie?
Oh, okay. No, I mean, not really. It was kind of inspired. I will say that neither of us, my cousin and I who came up with the name, neither of us had seen the movie before we came up with the name. So on that aspect, no, but after watching the movie, there's definitely a lot of, we're big fans of Terry Gilliam, who's the director, and there's definitely a lot of similarities and parallels that you can draw with some of our philosophy and the movie's philosophy, what you can get from the movie. And so, yeah, I would say kind of. Long story short.
Thanks for being on my show. The last show is in Buffalo, so hopefully we can hang out in the backstage and I can interview you in person.
That would be awesome, and it'd be great to see you. And I appreciate you having me on.
All right. Peace.